Traveling down from the Midwest, from the Old Pillsbury factory, I continue my journey down south into the boggy wetlands of Louisiana, where an old oil refinery is left in ruins. Today, my mission is to advance inside and look for clues as to why so many refineries like this are left abandoned. I feel that this world is heading towards a downward spiral of experiencing a society collapse due to war and critical resource shortages. Food, oil, and especially gas. I think we can all agree that inflation of these items is pretty extreme. But why? Is it just a bunch of hoopla for big corporate companies to make more money off of us? Or are we really in a major shortage crisis? That's why, in this episode, I take a look inside and experience firsthand what the future may look like for other refineries and the future of America. So come with me. Let's dig up the past, present, and future and explore the world. I think now will be a good time to bring up the conversation about high fuel prices and the Russian crisis. It's actually sneakier than you may think. We only import 3% of our petroleum from Russia, 61% comes from Canada, and 10% comes from Mexico. Our leader said he's going to ban oil imports from Russia. So why is this making the price of gasoline double from what it used to be when we only import 3% from Russia? The bigwigs like to talk about market forces, yada yada yada. It's the greed of the oil companies. They know they can get away with it. If they charge you more for something, they will. Of course, the world's economy makes it seem like a pandemic and a shortage, getting everyone in an uproar, and raise the prices. But it basically comes down to greed. Oil companies will pass whatever they want and put on extra profits for themselves. So why can't leaders like the president do anything about this? They can, but they won't. Why? Because oil companies pay them kickbacks to keep their mouths shut. with inflation and corporate companies paying a higher minimum wage. This makes everything else go up in cost. This kind of devastation will hit smaller companies hard, forcing them to close. People will lose their jobs, businesses will shut down, and people won't be able to feed their families. They will be forced to live on the streets. Suppose you turn on the TV. What do you see on it? What does it talk about? Viruses every day? War every day? You have to ask yourself, what are they really distracting us from? I was doing some research and I found out that the human brain doesn't comprehend anything of interest unless you hear it day after day. It gets implanted into your mind and you begin training yourself to think that's normal. Why do you think the media talks about the same exact things day in and day out? They want to implant it inside of you. War, virus, and celebrities that people idolize that are already bought and paid for by the government. This epidemic of viruses, war, inflation, and businesses closing at an alarming rate is quite staggering. Maybe they had to plan it to make it look like something more extensive than it was. Did you ever think the reason why inflation is so high is because of the money they gave away during unemployment? The powers that be are famous for this. They give you $1, but take back $2. The pieces of the puzzle are falling together, and the big picture is horrifying, yet unbelievable. It's almost as if they infected us by you-know-what, and we may literally be the walking dead, and we don't even know it yet. I think most human beings are peaceful, and want peace unless someone or something causes division. A motive to get the people going, something to get them riled up. I don't mean to sound negative, but the truth does hurt, even if your bigger ego is attached to those lies they tell you. Let it go. I also have a feeling that everything will end soon. We won't survive another war. No one will. If you do survive, you wish you would be dead. Everything around you would feel empty and cold, as if you were just a spark from the fire flying away, and then gone. It's not a matter of if the war is going to start. It's a matter of when. When it starts, most won't survive the first engagement. It'll be like a gear that spins on a predetermined axis as you watch the massive flywheel of slaughter unwind. In my last episode, we will be living inside underground tunnels, as I previously said, which will be the new normal for us. We will leave this world ravaged with poison, but survivors will learn to live with it. We will sustain ourselves, absorbing the radiation. After being born, you won't enter this world at once. For some time, it'll be like living in an absolute nightmare. You will continue to exist in a dream, growing and learning from the ones who came to be before you. What you destroy from others will be your new home. That is, unless it turns to ashes. When the bomb drops, your eyes will open, awakened by the explosion and the last scream of your existence. If you happen to survive the blast, you wish you wouldn't have. Life will be difficult for the survivors. If you do survive, you will have to find food, medical supplies, and water. It's your only chance of salvation. Instead of finding these items, you will most likely find containers with viruses, bacteria, and spores of death. Hopefully, you will find someone with a stockload of weapons, because you will need them. People will begin to start acting like animals, attacking anyone that tries to steal their supplies. Do you blame them? With the dictators of this current world, they can get what they want, especially from the poor, because hungry people are easy to control. So, they will listen to whatever they tell them, even if that means destroying other people's lives and families. Yeah, I'd say from the looks of things, it really don't look like that much over there. I hope I don't get electrocuted. It looks like it's about to storm again. Alright, that looks like a good spot to change my battery. I'll use this table right here. Oh, wait a minute, it looks like it opens. Let me see. Oh my god. Look, oh my lord, look at that. Look at all the ants. What are those white things? Oh, those white things are not
I thought it was food, but that's eggs. Whoa! Look at... Oh my god, I gotta get a close-up. What? Oh boy, jeez, look at her going crazy. Alright, I'll lower this back down now. So much for changing my battery. Let's see, the story has no plot, no physical descriptions, no clues. Man is older. I don't know what that word is. Hemingway, as the author, completely removes himself from the story. This is so weird. It says, what is his uncle like? The priest who once lived in this house. His uncle is good. I don't know what that word is, but may have a drinking problem. What is this? What is this and why is this in here? Look at all this paperwork. It's absolutely absurd. It looks like these people just got up and left everything behind. I mean, that's literally what it looks like. What is this? Look at all this furniture. Oh my god. Look at that wingback chair. It's something you don't see every day. I hate to be so nosy, but dang, what is all this furniture doing in here? Look at all this stuff.
I couldn't find much info on this location, so I'll just make my own assumptions. This place gives an appearance of what the end of the world may look like pretty soon. It has nothing of interest. It's just a junk pile of human filth left behind. Just like the world we live in if we do not watch it. I think the story is much deeper than price inflation. Some may say this situation is just a dead end. Go with the flow and don't ask questions. But I think differently. The higher-ups want you to think differently, just to become an everyday slave. It discourages people from living the way they want to live while working a dead-end job. An unprepared person could easily lose his or her way in this world, or even become lost in themselves. But as long as we have each other, there is no danger. Most people are brainwashed into thinking life is about living the dream. You know, having a big house on the big side of town, or driving a fancy car with lots of money. But at the end of the day, do these items truly make you happy if you have to slave away your life at work just to pay for these possessions? You don't own these luxuries own you, a lifeless and soulless conglomerate created by the government. There's a special place on Earth. I call it the greed of corporate America. A lot of people who come upon it never return. It can change your destiny, wash away the silt of the past, and offer a chance at a different future. You do know planet Earth is a living, breathing thing, with a heartbeat, a soul, and a mind. So choose your destiny and live the life that makes you happy. The darkness envelops us. We must not get lost in it.